Good morning. Hello, guys. Hello. Hi, guys. Good morning. Sorry, quick, frantic. Had to move. My husband's on a call, so he would just be too loud in the background. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Hello. Thank you for joining me today. Good morning. Nice to see you all. I've got you pushed back a little bit further, so I can't quite read everybody. So I'm just going to say a big hello to everybody this morning. Hope you're okay. Thank you very much for coming to play with me today. I'm going to get started very quick this morning. I've got a busy day. I'm sure you've got a busy day of playing too. So let me know. Sorry, I can only get live on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook or Instagram. It is saved on YouTube later. I need to get it written and placed somewhere. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram saved on YouTube later. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're okay. Lovely to see you. Really nice to see you. We are going to get making this morning because we're going to be making lots of bits and pieces. Now, I've just seen a few of you are saying that you don't have a stapler. So no worries, I am going to do an alternative for those with a stapler and an alternative for those that don't have a stapler, so don't ever panic. I hope you're all okay. Anyway, lovely to see everybody. Thank you very much for coming to play along. Let's do a big hello. Hello to everybody. Hello to everybody that's come to play. There's lots and lots of to play today. I'm just going to have a quick sip of water. I'm going to show you what we need and then we're going to get started straight away today. It's going to be a short, quick one. Okay, so you are going to need some white paper, white A4 paper, plenty of paper. You are going to need some scissors, and we're always very careful with our scissors, aren't we? But our scissors are really good for us. It's good to get practicing with our scissors. We're going to have a little practice with our scissors, and then I have got a stapler. If you have a stapler, great. I am going to do an activity with a stapler. If you don't have a stapler, don't panic. I am going to do an activity for those without a stapler. So have no fear. I've just seen the comments of everyone panicking. Gosh, I tried my very best to find things that people have around the house. But anyway, hey-ho. People that have a stapler, we'll find another way of doing it. So, lovely to see you, everybody. Thank you very much for coming to play with me today. Now, hopefully your grown-ups have run off to go get you some paper, scissors and stapler if you have one. So while we're waiting, we're actually going to be doing lots this morning using our finger and our thumbs. Because we're going to be doing something called folding, and we're going to be folding things. That's a funny word, isn't it? Folding things. So we're going to be using our finger and thumb this morning. So can you show me your finger and thumb? That's it. What does it look like? What do you think it looks like? Do you think? I think it looks a bit like a duck. Quack, quack, quack. What can you see? Oh, maybe a crocodile. Rah, rah, rah. Can you show me your finger and thumb and tell me what animal it is? Ooh, very good. Don't you be scaring anybody with your crocodiles. Super duper. So we're going to be using... Oh, I look a bit like a crab actually, don't I, doing this? Snip, snip, snip. I look a bit like a crab. And we're going to use these, and they're our pincers. And we're going to be using them this morning for doing lots of folding. Because today we are going to be having a go at making some little books. And we love doing little books because it means that we can do lots of pictures and lots of drawings, or we can cut pictures out and stick them in, or if we've got any stickers, we can do lots and lots of different things. So we're going to be making some tiny little books, and then I'm going to show you all some alternatives for those who do have a stapler at home, okay? So first of all, let's have a go at making our little books if you don't have a stapler. Now, everyone can join in, even if you do. This is a really fun thing to do. So all you would need, first of all, is a piece of A4 paper. That's it. So hold it like this. Super duper. Okay, and what we're going to do first of all is, what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to show you and then you copy, okay? So it's my go and then it's your go. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it over first because we're going to turn our paper to look like a door. Now when we do this, remember that finger and thumb we were going to use? It's really important when you're folding paper that you make sure your corners, these spiky bits, are touching. They need to be touching as close as possible as you can find. And then you're going to run your finger down the other side. Now, grown-ups, you may need to be on hand for this because I'll try and do it as simple as possible, but it might get a little bit complicated. So the bit that bends, you need to run your finger. Remember those very important fingers. Just give it a good run it down. There you go. And now you should have, your paper should look like a door. Now already it looks like a little book, doesn't it? So you could actually use that if you wanted to and make a little book. However, we're gonna make it even better than that because what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half again. So this time we're going to fold it down, okay? So we're gonna fold it down that way. So do the same. Using that very special finger and thumb this morning, make sure the corners are touching. And run your finger, press really hard to make it fold, to make it bend. Okay, so now it looks like this, doesn't it? It looks a bit like a card you might get for your birthday or a Christmas card. That's it. So now we've got it folded that way. And now then, one more fold. I promise this is the last one. We're going to fold it again to make a tiny little door. Can we have a go at that? So we're going to fold it over, and once again, really important that we get those corners touching as close as you can. Fold it over again and use that really strong finger and fold it over. Super. So now you've got it going down there. And now it does look like a little door, doesn't it? A tiny little door. I wonder who could live in this little door. Maybe a little mouse? Could be, couldn't it? Okay. Now that we haven't quite finished yet, your book's not quite ready because this is the magic bit. This is the really special bit. Because what we've got to do, after doing all those lovely folds, we've got to open it up again. We've got to open it all up. So open it all up. There we go. So you can see your paper. And now, if you pop your paper down, you should be able to see that you've got 8 rectangles. Have a go at counting them. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have you got 8 rectangles on your piece of paper? You do? Oh, fantastic. Well done. Okay, so we're all doing really well. Now we're going to turn it back over where you folded it before, so you've got the door. We've gone back to our big door. That's it. Now this is where we use our scissors. Now I really like you to watch me. I'm going to show you how we do it and then you have a go afterwards, okay? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut, starting from the fold that we did, we're going to cut, but we're going to stop in the middle. Very important. If we don't stop in the middle, we'll have no pages in our book. So you're going to cut on that line that you can see, your very, very special fold. You're going to cut along the line and stop in the middle. What are you going to do? Stop in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to have a go first, and then I'd like you to have a go. So I'm going to very carefully take my scissors, and I'm going to cut along that line and I'm going to stop in the middle. There we go. I've stopped right in the middle. Okay, now you can see we've got lots of little doors. Super duper. Now I'd like you to have a go at cutting and make sure you stop in the middle. Fab. Okay, now then, if you could open out your paper again. That's it. Now you might be able to see, have you seen you've got a little mouth in the middle of your paper? Oh, I think it looks like a little bird, don't you? Cheep, 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 cheep. Hello, hello. You should have a little hole in the middle of your paper. Now really careful, because what we're going to do is we're going to fold. We've already folded it. We're going to fold it back on ourselves. So now we've got the hole at the top and it makes a beautiful diamond shape. Remember our song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? How I wonder what you are. It's just like the diamond shape, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Now then, I'm going to show you now what we're going to do. This is the tricky fiddly bit, and you might need a grown-up to help you. You're going to squeeze it so that it goes back on itself. Can you see that? You're going to squeeze it to go back on itself, and then you're going to fold it over, and you have got your tiny little book. Can you do that? Shall I show you one more time in case you found that tricky? You see, so we squeezed it, so you've got your lovely triangle, diamond shape. That's it, and then you just fold it over. You can fold it any which way. Fold it over, give it a good squeeze again, that good old pincer, those finger and thumb, give it a good squeeze, and you've got a lovely little book. Now then, in your little book, you could put whatever you want. You can make, if you love butterflies, You can make a little book all about butterflies. If you love dinosaurs, you can make a little book all about dinosaurs. What are you going to put in your book? Can you tell your grown-up what's going to go in your book today? Okay, some people saying that they're struggling to do it. No worry. Okay, so you folded your paper. Lots of people. Okay, shall I start again? So we folded our paper in half to make a door. Okay, fold it in half again. And then fold it in half one more time. So you've split your paper into 8. Okay, so you split your paper into 8. And then you're going to open it out again. Okay, your paper should look like that. So you've got 8 rectangles. Fold it over and you're going to cut your line only and stop at the middle. So follow your fold down across the middle and you're going to stop in the middle. Okay, now then, this is the bit that you need to watch if you got lost before. Open it out again. You should have a little gap. Looks like a mouth. Fold it over. Okay, so you should have it nice and long and you should have that bit in the middle. And then you simply just squeeze it together. Lie them on top of each other and fold it round again. Yeah? You've got yourself a book. You got it? There we go. And now you should have a little book. Oh, we've got some people making books about princesses, about crocodile. And now then, I'm going to show you actually, if you want to, because there are some boys and girls who like really, really tiny things. And look, that's the book we've just made. And you can actually do a tiny one. And the way that I've done this is that you cut your piece of paper in half first. So I folded it in half and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to show you very quickly. I'm not expecting you to follow along. But this is if you have someone in your house who likes to do really tiny things. And I'm going to do it again. Someone's doing it about horses, someone's doing it about racing cars. Fold it in half and over and half again. So you've got a really tiny little book. And then you open it out and you cut only to the middle and you fold it over. There you go. And you've got a tiny little book. Disney princesses. We've got lots of people making lots of wonderful things. How exciting. So we've got we've got a rainbow book and a wolf book already, a dragon book. Wowee. Butterflies and hearts. Fantastic. Disney princesses. Lovely. So now you've got a tiny little book if you want to. Okay, now then, finally, I'm going to show you a way of making another book if you do have a stapler at home. Jasmine is going to do a book about cheese. Jasmine, your book sounds fabulous. Sounds wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to show you a different type of book that you can do. And these are my favourite because you can cut your book into any shape. And I have done a house book. And my little boy loves trucks. So I've even cut his book into a truck. And I've got a long, thin book. I like this one because I like doing my shopping list on this long, thin book. So I'm going to show you how you can make a different style book. So you've got your folded books there. And then this is the one for people that do have a stapler. It's nice and easy. I was going to show another style, but I think we'll leave it for today. I think we've run out of time. So I've got, it's up to you how many pieces of paper you want to use. Maybe just 2 or 3 would be enough, and then scissors can get through it. Okay, and then all we're going to do is just put your pages. So I've got 3 pages here, and I'm putting them together, and then just down one side, if you do have a stapler, it's just stapling it. Maybe do 2 or 3 just to keep the paper together. You might end up cutting one of them off. Okay, so I just stapled it down one side, and then really easy to turn it into a house is we're going to cut a triangle. So we're going to cut from the side, we're going to go up to the middle and down to the other side. You see, I've cut the top off one side and then I cut the top off the other side. And now I have made a little house book. And then inside your house book, you could draw all the people that live in your house. You could draw all the things you can find in your house. You could draw the kitchen and your bedroom and maybe where you watch TV. You could draw lots of the rooms in your house, couldn't you? And make a little book all about your house and the people who live in your house and the things you find in your house, and maybe if you've got any animals in your house, you could put them in, and you can make a little book all about your house. And I love making these because they're so much fun. It's a really nice way of encouraging our little ones to do lots of mark making, having a go at writing, having a go at drawing, filling them with things that they absolutely love. Now, of course, you could do any shapes. I did a house, you could do a truck, you could maybe do a flower shape or a heart shape, depending on how creative you want to feel. Now then, we do have time for one more book. Shall I show you one more? Or should we leave it at that? I was going to do the name book, but I don't think we're going to have time. Shall we very quickly? I'll show you very quickly. Okay, so I'm just getting, for this one, you need the right amount of pages for the amount of letters in your child's name. So my little boy is Mason, so I need 5 pages for this, for all the letters of his name. And I'm going to, so you need how many pages you have got for your child's name. And again, I'm just going to staple them along the edge. You see that? And then I'm going to cut up the middle, nice and easy. And then this is the bit where we're going to make our book extra special, is that you do a page for every letter of your child's name. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get the top one and cut it shorter, and then cut the next one. You almost make like a little flap book. And then you can put all the letters of your child's name. I'll show you what I am doing. It's really hard to demonstrate this one. This is more for the grown-ups. But can you see? And then that's a really nice way of making more of like a flap book. And you can do the letters of your child's name. They can find things for all the different letters of the name. So there's loads more things you can do with them. I love making little books for my little boy. It encourages to do lots of writing, lots of different things. You can just cut your paper in loads of different ways, and it's the novelty of having a go at doing some marks and doing some drawings and just doing their own thing and getting them using a pencil or some crayons or something and being creative. So that's like a little flap book with the layers, and I would put an M on that page, an A, an S, an O and an M to make Mason, and then he could find things that match those letters of his name, whatever. So if you're just tuning in this morning, it's been a bit action-packed. I filled it with lots of little books. We've done our little folded books where you can make a book about anything you want, all your favourite things. You could make a house book about the people and the things in your house, or you could have a go at doing a name book or lift the flap book or whatever you want to call it, and do lots of things all about you and all your favourite things. So there's lots of things you can do with just a bit of paper and a stapler, and I can't wait to see the books that you've made. It sounds like we've got loads of amazing books being made already. Sounds wonderful. I would love to see a photo of your book when you've finished. It'd be really nice to see it. If I can see what you've been working on and what you've been making, it'll be wonderful. I love using little books for playing with little ones, whatever their age. Okay, I hope you have a lovely day making your little books. Please do send me your photos, and as always, happy playing, guys. See you later. Bye.